Okay, and we're back. I'm gonna try this again from our failed mission from the other day. I think, hopefully, I may have gotten this battery situation figured out. Maybe. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna throw this jerk bait around again, because it is the right thing to do. Oh, that feels like a good one. Yeah, that's a big one. Come on, baby. Yeah, that's a good one. Here he comes. Yeah, that's a big one. Here we go. Come here, baby. Here, get that camera down. Oh, look at you. Oh, boy. What? Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Oh, man. What are you kidding me? What is this? What is that? Can you believe it? What a beautiful fish. Oh my gosh. 6.5? Well, I got no scale, but that is a beast. It's not it's not a 7-pounder. What a fat fish. Look at that thing. All right, off you go, babe. You've been out of the water long enough. See ya. You know, I've been using this scale forever. Well, not forever, but the stupid hook broke on it. That's irritating. What a good fish. Maybe a 7, but so fat. Holy cow. You can see how the wind is blowing into this little cut right here. That's actually pretty good for a lot of times. That will push food up into those little coves and those little arms, and fish will go up there to eat. They'll go up there to feed because of all the stuff getting pushed up there, which brings crawdads and bait fish up there, and then it attracts the big fish. So that looks like a pretty promising little situation right here around this tree. If I can not get into it. The water's clear enough where I don't really like to get too close to stuff. It'll be pretty easy to spook these little boogers. So I try to just kind of fish from afar as best I can. This is a good situation where you need some fairly heavy line. I have 20 pound on here right now, because you can't you can't finesse them in when you're pulling them out of these treetops and all this junk. You gotta be ready to take charge and turn their heads and get them out of there. Come here. Get out of there. He's hung up around that tree. There he comes. Another big one. Another big one. That's what I was just saying about that heavy line. You got to be able to get him out of there. Man, I hope we got a good look at that. That's another good one. Another good one. That's a 4-pounder plus. There, a little bit of line out. He's hooked good too. Come here. Yes, look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man, another good one. Another good fish. Solid 4.5, maybe even a 5. Nice. I am excited. See ya. Broken scale. I like to try to keep track of them so I can weigh my best 5. Catch a few more like that, you'll be well into the 20s for sure. But that fish was wrapped around that limb, and that's why you gotta, heavy hook, heavy line. You gotta be ready to tug on them. I'll take those 2 fish over numbers any day. I just have to fish hard for a few fish like that. Yeah, I'll take it. So overall, not a terrible day, not a bad afternoon. It was turned out to be a pretty good day to take off work just a little bit early and take a little fishing trip. And the numbers weren't there, but there sure was some quality. My personal best, since my scale was broken, I don't know what that old Big Mama weighed, but my personal best is 7.6. So I'd equate to probably 7 pounds 9 ounces, 7 pounds 10 ounces. I don't think that fish was that big, but it was definitely a good one. Pretty happy to have her. But and then just that one more came out of the brush pile there. Anyway, let's get to what I used today. So this is a Lew's Tournament MB. I like these Lew's reels. They're my favorites. And then a Duckett Triad rod, 7' 3" medium heavy. But the bait was this crawdad. Got green pumpkin on one side and blue on the other. And that's probably a pretty lightweight. I mean, maybe a 1/4 ounce. This is what did it. And they say that this time of the year and this pre-spawn, these bass are going to be feeding up on these. The crawdads are just starting to come out too. And so the bass are going to be feeding up on these crawdads, getting ready for the spawn, because they're really super high in nutrients for them. And they're going to need that energy for laying those eggs and all that good stuff. So that's why I was using this. And just a little bit of luck too. I like to use a nice heavy hook. This is a Mustad. They're not the cheapest hook on the market, and they have their favorites. This is what I like. I believe this is like a 4/0, but it's got a nice heavy wire to it, and that's important. There's no flex in it, so when you do get that hook into the roof of the bass's mouth, it's going to penetrate well, and you can swing on that thing as hard as you want, and it's not going to flex. So that's going to keep that fish pinned up really well. And then what I like about this hook a lot is it's got this grip pin on there, so that's going to keep your bait up high on the hook instead of having to push it back up on the hook all the time. Not the cheapest hooks in the world, and they're not readily available at Walmart or Farm & Home or whatever, but that's just where my confidence is. I'm not saying if you go buy some Eagle Claws or some Gamakatsus like those, there's nothing wrong with those for sure. And you know, they're readily available. I almost wish that I didn't burden myself with having to use these hooks that aren't quite as easy to find, but it's just where my confidence is. So that doesn't mean that's the best hook ever made, but in my opinion, I nail a lot of bass with these hooks, and I really have a lot of confidence in them. Here's the cream package that those craws came in. It's a 3 3/4 inch craw. Okeechobee is the color. But this is the package they came in, and this was out of my. I got this pack for $1.99, but this is out of the pack that we got at Scheels that day that I spent the $20 bill on my little shopping spree. So I guess that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Well, of course you didn't enjoy it as much as I did because I got to do it. But you know, leave a comment below and let me know how you know, if you have some ideas of some stuff that you would like to see me try, go ahead and leave me a comment. If it's something halfway reasonable, maybe I'll give it a shot and mention you in one of my little journeys here. So looking forward to getting out again and putting out some more of this footage for you. And just thanks for watching Rod and Arrow Outdoors. Make sure you subscribe.